Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing now? Let's get into this sports spots taken from biological females. Now, let's get into this because I believe that this is a very controversial topic that some people may agree and disagree. But the people that I have spoken with, they actually agree that the transgender community should have their own sports. So they should be able to compete against one another since they're the ones that's changing their trying to change their gender, but changing they're the ones that's changing their identity to fit something that they weren't born uh, wasn't born into. So if you were born a man, you're a man. If you were born a woman, you're born a woman. So we have a lot of people that feel like if you speak anything against it or you say anything that you believe in because of your spiritual or religious beliefs, that you're hating on them, you got this phobia going. But I want to make it very clear that I don't have a phobia about any of the LGBTQ. I don't have a phobia about transgender. I don't have a phobia about any of that. My beliefs are my beliefs, and I stand on the word of God. I believe in the biblical concept. I also believe that God created Adam, and from Adam's rib, Eve. I believe that. I believe in the heterosexual, man and woman. I don't believe in all that other stuff, and that is my opinion, and I have a right to that. Now, does God love everyone? Yes, he does. But God hates the sin, but he loves everyone. But this is not going to be about that. It's going to be about what I believe as far as if they want to put this out here, because this is news and they made it newsworthy. So I am going to comment on it. I am going to talk about it. And this is nothing hateful about anybody. And when it comes down to it. And so, therefore, this is for my disclaimer. It's for for commentary, it's for educational purposes, it's for me to talk about it and all that other stuff without being offensive to anyone, and not being attacked for my views, because again, I have a First Amendment just like they do, and it should be protected just like they do. And so we can't just keep going on with everything, even because they are a protected group. It's not right. It is not right, because if you see that this is a actual man that wants to be a woman, and so now he's allowed to participate in the women's sports, and I don't think that's right, because men are usually stronger than women. So therefore, even if you're taking hormones or and things like that, you know, um, you're taking those things, you still have that strength of a man. And so you can change yourself, you can look a certain way, but you still have that strength of a man. And so now you have biological women that are being put at risk to lose their titles and their place where they have worked so hard to get where they are, because the sports industry has allowed this to take place. And again, I believe that they should have their own sport. I believe if you're standing up for what you believe in, who you are and who you think you should be, then you should be standing up for promoting your own sport and participating in other transgender females or other transgender males. And that's how it should be. And so if there's anything I can do, to speak out and to try to help the athletes, then I will do just that, because I am an athlete. I played sports for many years, and I still get out and work out and do those things, and so therefore and my family came from a family of brothers. And to this day, the ones that can still compete, and have fun out there and exercise and just remain healthy with their families are still doing it big. So I'm going to say that I'm going to do what I can do. And this has nothing to do with hate. It has nothing to do with phobia. Nothing, because you do what you do, you live your life. But when it comes to what is right and wrong, we need to stand for what's right, and we need to denounce wrong. So again, they should have their own sport. So if you standing up saying this is who I am and this is who I'm supposed to be, then guess what? Then you should be promoting your sport. So if you want to participate against other transgenders, then that's what you should do. Or, when it comes to, okay, so I'm a transgender female from a male, then I want to participate. So then participate with it, because I'm sure there's a lot of other transgender females out there that you can participate with, and you might win and you might not win. But you already know that you have already a gain, you already have a gain over regular females, cisgender females, heterosexual females, because you are a male, participating against females, but you identify as a female. That's the thing. You're still a male, but you're identifying as a female. So then you are participating in a female, all female, biological female sport, but you are a male. And that I disagree with that. So on March 18th, the University of Pennsylvania, um, swimmer Leah Thomas and Kentucky swimmer Riley Gaines react after finishing tied for fifth in the 200 freestyle finals at the NCAA swimming and diving championships on March 18, 2022 at the McAuley Aquatic Center in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, so the NCAA swimmer who finished one spot out of the finals in the 500-meter freestyle, which was won by Leah Thomas, has released a statement. Virginia Tech swimmer Rika Giorgi, a two-time ACC champion and All-American, finished in 17th in the qualifying of the 500-meter freestyle. Only the top 16 finishers made it to the finals. Giorgi has released a statement on the situation surrounding Leah Thomas, a transgender swimmer from Penn. Thomas, who previously competed for the men's team, has transitioned and undergone hormone therapy. She won the 500-meter freestyle and competed in other events at the NCAA championships this week. Giorgi is calling on the NCAA to take another look at the situation with Thomas and transgender athletes. Every event that transgender athletes participated in was one spot taken away from biological females throughout the meet, she wrote. While there are many who feel similar to Giorgi, there are also many supporters of Thomas who believe she has the right to compete among her fellow women. I disagree with that. I believe she has a right to compete with other transgender women in her own sport, and they need their own sport to do that. And this is what we really need to get down to the nitty gritty and talk about, because Giorgi could have she could have got a placement. She could have, placed, but she didn't, because now we have a man who is identifying as a woman, took her spot. So Thomas became the first transgender athlete to win an NCAA championship in any Division I sport. Yeah, but you're competing against biological women. So I can't celebrate that. And so this discussion is only going to grow louder in many years to come. And it sure is. And I'll be part of that discussion. Hopefully I can get on a panel with that, because you know what? At the end of the day, I don't feel this is right. Not at no time is this right. And you know what? It's not saying we don't support other people as human beings, because we all are human beings. God created us. But it should be fair. And the scales are tilted. It is an unfair balance when you have men, transgender females that were born man, and they still are a man, but they identify as a transgender female. The scales are tilted. And that's the problem that we have right now. And I support Giorgi, and I think that the NCAA AA should take another look. And this is something that cannot be pushed up under the rug. No one should shut up on this. It should be continually discussed. And if they're going to discuss it on Sports Illustrated and all these other places, we should be able to discuss it as well. And it has nothing to do with a phobia and all of that. It has everything to do with what our opinion is and what we see is right and what is wrong. And so therefore, I support them having their own sport. Now, hear me clearly. I support them having their own sport to participate against each other. There is no reason why, if you're losing in the man sport, you cross over and it is allowed. And I think that the women that are out here competing in these sports, and it's your profession, you do need to speak up and make some even more louder noise. But do it in a respectful manner. Bring your research. Do what you need to do, but do it that where results can, happen. Okay. So let's get into this disclaimer. We always want to do this disclaimer because people that have a problem with this. If you don't do your copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. And so Thank you for tuning in, you all. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and please leave your respectful comments below. God bless you all. Thank you.